All right, guys, welcome back to this episode of Timberwolves Talk today. It's gonna be a bit shorter today because we kind of just did one, I guess. But we just wanted to recap the trade deadline for you guys. Talk about Malik coming back tomorrow. But yeah, there's I guess not a ton of whole new Timberwolves news.
No, the Timberwolves as a team right now, they're not being exciting. They're kind of honestly they're back to like the early Chris Finch team.
The one
Like when
that
he
was getting blown out by 30 points
Yeah, they just look
once again.
terrible. Like that who would they just play? The Maverick game, that was just so they looked like a JV team again, man. I don't
See,
know
they
how
look so good in the first quarter, offensively, and the second quarter was fine offensively too. But I don't know what is wrong with the defense. Like they have been letting up 130 points every single game. It seems like.
well, and especially when our defensive coordinator was allegedly supposed to be our head coach, you'd expect a little bit more out of him as a defensive coordinator, right?
I would agree. Yeah, I don't. I just don't know how the defense hasn't been fixed yet this year. I guess like we knew it was going to be bad, but now that like I don't know, it's just like really nice having an offense that works most of the game, and then like we just lose because we have no defense.
Could a Kogi being out be part of that defensive struggles maybe?
I think part. So I was extremely impressed with Jaden McDaniels in the Mavericks game because he held Luka to 0 points in the first quarter. But the issue with that is he had 3 fouls on him in the first quarter. So and then Vanderbilt took over trying to guard Luka, and he drew like 3 fouls super
That's
quick
such a
too. I
weird
think
matchup. Putting
they like.
Vando?
I think it's Luka's kryptonite. I think length because Luka's not that athletic
No.
whatsoever. He just creates space off his shots, and when you put length in front of him, he can't do that. So Jaden McDaniels held him to 0 for 7 in the first quarter, which was kind of unheard of because Luka scores at least 30 points a game usually. So, and I think he only had like 1 point with like 3 minutes left in the second quarter too. It was crazy. Um, but yeah, there was I think foul trouble was definitely an issue. Not having our best defender was another issue. I don't know. We let them have a lot of open threes. That Maxi Kleba guy, he's really good. He's shoots like 48% from the 3-point line. He was open like 5 times that game. So
Just a
that doesn't help.
frustrating game, man. It really was. Like I was pissed after. It kind of reminded me of like early in the season, like how I'd feel after our Timberwolves game.
Yeah, just demoralizing.
Just so
Like,
demoralizing because like you look away from the TV, you look at the TV, we're down by like 9, playing decent, like oh we have a chance, and then you look back at the TV and we're down by like 20 or something. It's just
yeah, we let
confusing.
we let up big runs. And every time we played the Mavericks this season, we let Porzingis just toast us for some reason. Like Porzingis is not great right now.
No,
Like he's in a slump kind of in this stage of his career.
not against us.
And another thing, go follow us on Twitter first of all. But like I don't usually even tweet like on the basketball account. The only time we'll tweet is like when we have an announcement. But like I don't know what it is about Luka Doncic. Like he's so good, but like he is so soft and he complains so much and he gets every single call and it just pisses me off. Like, oh my gosh, quit complaining. He complains every single call. I took to Twitter. I think I tweeted 4 times about Luka Doncic.
Yeah, you were tweeting. I noticed we were getting a few likes on the tweets, and I was like, wow, we're not used to that. We're not used to people seeing us on Twitter, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all about the hashtags, man. You say hashtag Timberwolves, hashtag Mavericks,
Get
hashtag NBA, and you get a couple new
a
people, I guess.
few stragglers.
Few stragglers coming along. I don't know. I can't say I hate Luca because like I don't hate him, but he's one of the most annoying. He's like him and Trey Young are
Yeah.
some of the most annoying players I've ever watched. And
Well,
funny how they're in the same draft class.
you love them if they're on your team, but you hate them if they're on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I guess you could say D'Lo is the closest player on the Timberwolves to them, like the flailing and stuff. I guess like I don't notice it because D'Lo's on our team. Well, I do notice it, but I don't hate it because he's on our team. But like when flailing, it's just annoys me so much.
I think that's kind of a good transition to another question I have. So what is D'Lo's timeline kind of looking like? Do you know have any inside information on that?
None of my sources have talked to me, no, but
I
I
reached
think
out to a
it's
source very close to D'Lo, and there's no new information on that. So
I think I thought I saw a tweet from John Krasinski or Dane Moore that said it was more so from a week ago. It was 1 to 2 weeks, so it's I would hope. I think I saw this weekend he was supposed to get back into basketball activities, like go to practice and stuff. So I don't know if it's going to be this week. It's either going to be this week or the next week when he's back, I'm pretty sure. So that should be coming soon.
so
I guess for everyone who's been waiting.
when does Cat get hurt here soon to keep the
Dude, like
I saw he was
it's
gonna be
gonna
out.
it's gonna happen, man. It's we have such bad luck with D'Lo and Cat playing together, and I thought it had happened last game. Well,
When he
first of
fell
all,
down.
every single game, Cat gets hit in the wrist, and then I like worry about her. I'm like, well, here goes Cat again. But actually, in the Mavericks game, he fell down. He was holding his knee.
That was
Like,
dude, you
I was
see
like,
his
what is
shot?
happening?
Is that the one where he tried to shoot
Yeah, the
it?
fadeaway shot. I was like,
Where
what
he
is he
airballed it by
doing?
like 7 feet?
Yeah, like
I was like, this is our world class athlete center. Like, what was that?
so that
No,
scared me. But like, I don't know, man. I hope we could see a couple games with them.
my take on it is if so they said they didn't make a move on the trade deadline because we haven't got to see our whole team together yet. And that is a very understandable take, and I like 100% agree with that. So why don't we just sit Cat until D'Lo comes back so we can for sure see them together? We're already out of the playoffs. Sit them out like 5 or 6 games till D'Lo's back, and then for sure they're gonna play together. Because now you're running a risk of him getting hurt, and then and then in the offseason you can be like, well, we didn't make any moves because we still haven't seen our players play together. You know?
well, that was like that's probably a discussion internally, but like knowing Cat is probably a player probably wouldn't want to just sit games. I guess like I'm sure like I don't know. I guess if you were asked to sit games, would you?
No, but like I don't know, because he's a ticking time bomb out there.
He kind of is, dude. I don't know what like it was earlier in the season. Cat said he was gonna stop like complaining about calls and stuff because he said
Yeah,
he
he
just can't do
did.
anything. But just for like to like mentor Anthony Edwards and Jade McDaniels, he didn't want to set a wrong example. And he is like it's funny because he like half restrains himself doing it because he'll like get super
He's always
pissed and
like,
then he'll walk down court and just stomp like it's like he's like he just has the funniest walk down court when he gets a foul call on him. He'll just stomp down the court because he knows
yeah,
he doesn't want to react.
he's a weird guy, man.
We love him. We love him.
We do love him,
I
but
mean, it was interesting to see that the only untouchables were Cat, D'Lo, and Ant instead of like Malik and Jaden weren't off limits. I guess there was people
no,
inquiring. So
it makes sense though. They're probably the two most valuable players besides obviously those three. So you at least want to hear what people are gonna say about it, you know?
yeah, hear out the offer. I don't really have a problem with them keeping the squad together because they're all starting to finally, I guess, mesh with each other after a full kind of half season of basketball. So I mean, this group is still entirely new. And if you take three people out of the locker room and add a whole new one, is that going to change the dynamic again? We don't
Yeah,
know.
I honestly I'm really happy with it. I mean maybe if we could have moved Culver or like Wancho or someone, maybe that would have been beneficial, but obviously their value isn't that high. So I would have loved to add a defensive presence, like a 7 footer like Powell.
Yeah, I mean that would have been nice.
Or
I
like a
guess.
Nance, one of those two, just to like get a 7 footer on the roster.
I mean, you didn't hear a lot about like you heard a lot about him a while ago, but I never heard a thing about him before the deadline. Like I don't know if the Cavs just decided to keep him and stop talks or what the deal with that was.
They
We'll have
must.
to get Doogie on soon and
I don't
see
know.
what the deal was. Hi, guys. This episode of the Bass Hole Podcast is sponsored by Boomerang Energy. Boomerang Energy is a Duluth based energy drink that contains more natural and healthy ingredients while still keeping its incredible taste and long lasting energy to get you through the day. Even though the Timberwolves bring us down with their lack of play, Boomerang Energy is here to save the day. Use the code BASSHOLE for 10% at checkout on your next purchase. I'm
Oh, yeah,
getting my phone's getting blown up by Doogie right now.
is he really?
Um, Twitter, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
He's not blowing my line up, but
no, he's just getting sources. But what was I gonna say? Oh, the interesting thing. So John Collins says he wants to like he wants to build something in Atlanta, and he's there long term. What do you think about that?
I don't think he will be. I think he'll probably sign somewhere this offseason because I don't think Atlanta's going to re-sign him. I
Why
don't
would
know.
why wouldn't they, dude? I feel like he's a max level player.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because he's a good offensive player, 20-10, but he's not great on defense. Wouldn't that been something? Sign another offensive guru and having no defense in anywhere in the lineup.
Well, we got our guy. We got a Kogi, man, for the
Well,
long
this is
run.
the thing. This is the thing too. Like, I like the idea of adding a four right now, but I think it's good that we didn't add a long-term four in like Aaron Gordon or John Collins because what's that gonna? We like the whole plan is to have Jaden McDaniels play the four
Yeah,
eventually. So like, why would we add a long-term option? We would have more so been benefited with a 1-year rental. Like, I think that's why PJ Tucker was so sought after
coveted.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's a mentor. He's going to be there for like 2 seasons maybe. He probably finished out his contract this year and re-sign on a 1 year. And yeah, I mean,
So going into the offseason, what move do we got to make now in the offseason to make up for not making any moves in the
I
at
don't
the
know.
trade
I
deadline?
at the moment I can't. It's like not applicable. I don't know. It's NA, not applicable. I don't know like what the full strength of this. The only thing I've seen from this team so far is 2-0 against the Pistons and the Jazz. That's all we know about the full healthy team so far. So I honestly don't know. I don't know if we need another vet. I don't know.
And yeah,
I
we
really
also
can't tell
like
you.
if we keep playing like we played against the Mavs, we're gonna hopefully get that top 3 pick because we looked bad.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, I don't know. There's so many bad teams right now and teams that are just really falling off that I don't think we're gonna end up in the bottom 3 of the league.
I don't like it's tough because the Rockets, I think, are going to end up with the worst record than us. They just made the worst. So they had like the worst series of events ever. Like, so they, first of all, if the Rockets' whole plan is to rebuild and go young, and they got a really good young player in Karis LeVert and Jared Allen, they trade away Jared Allen, and then they get Karis LeVert and then
When did they
flip
have
him for
Jared Allen?
Oladipo. That he was part of the trade.
Oh, okay.
Or no, maybe it was a 3-team trade with the Cavs, but he was originally going to go to the Rockets. I don't know what happened in there, whatever. I think the Cavs gave the Rockets some compensation. But you have Karis LeVert, who can be a young core guy with Christian Wood. They're gonna have hopefully a top 3 pick in the draft. If you get the number 1 pick, it's Cade, Karis, and Christian Wood. That's a pretty good young trio, actually. Like it's pretty good. And then if you kept Jared Allen, you have Jared Allen too. So I don't know what they were doing. They got rid of Jared Allen. They flipped LeVert for Oladipo, who Oladipo is on a contract here and wants to be on a contender. So there's no reason why he would want to be on Houston. He's going to sign with Miami no matter what. And yeah, the Rockets just, they're like, okay, yeah, traded to Miami, I guess. So the Rockets literally gained nothing out of
No.
that. I don't even know what they got picks from the Nets. That was about it. They could have had Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, and a couple firsts, I think, from the Sixers. And then you would have had Ben Simmons and Christian Wood, who I think are 2 really good players. So I think the Rockets are in shambles right now. I think they finished probably last in the NBA. I do think we probably overtake them.
We got to, right?
John Wall doesn't want to be a Rocket.
No one wants to be a Rocket.
No, yeah, it's a mess there right now.
At least people on the Timberwolves want to be on the Timberwolves for now.
That's true. That's true.
At least we're building something. Not Ricky Rubio doesn't think we're building something, but we are building something here.
So I guess I don't know. We could I'm gonna look up some free agents right now, but we could. I think we did this earlier in the year actually, but during the off season.
Also, we're gonna do another fan comment video. So I think we're gonna probably do it on the trade deadline or anything else really, like heading into the last final push of the season. what are your guys' thoughts on the Wolves not making a trade? What are your thoughts on how we've played the last few games? Just kind of leave your comments. We'll pull them up on the screen, discuss each one. Just kind of a fun way for us to interact with the fans and just see where your guys' heads are at. Also, it's like a good way of just getting your points out there. Like it usually, like if you're in the comment sections, not everyone will get to see you, but if we put you up on the video screen, everyone's going to be able to see that, and you'll get your voice out there. So leave a comment here, and we'll most likely put it up on the video unless it's inappropriate. Then we probably won't.
Yeah, but we want to put up all your guys' comments and answer everything. It's actually a decent free agency class. I mean, you got Kawhi on a player option, Drew Holiday on a player option. Collins is now going to be a free agent. DeMar, I mean,
DeMar
Chris
DeRozan
Paul,
might be an interesting option.
I think he's probably too much. I mean, you got Lowry now too. Another sleeper's Lonzo. Not for our team, I don't think, but I think Lonzo's a really big sleeper as a
Dude, I
point
love how
guard.
people blew up that he was getting traded when there was no way. Like they probably had zero intentions of trading him.
Okay, what about this? I don't know what it would take because I'm sure he wants to be on a contender and he has a player option this year. But if he opts out, Serge Ibaka at the PF might
Ooh.
not be too bad of a.
He's a defensive anchor, isn't he?
A little rim protector.
3-point
he developed
shooter.
an outside shot. Yeah,
Dude, that would be a really good fit with Cat.
yeah. I don't know what it would take to get Ibaka here. Let me see if it says his contract.
How
right
old
now.
is that guy though? Is he like 37 at least?
No, he's probably around 33-ish, I bet.
No way. He seems like he's been in the league for ages.
So he's getting paid $9 million right now. There's
That's cheap.
definitely there's a way to get him on the team, I think, for sure. So I think that's a great option. I guess that'll be mine. I really think Ibaka would be a great fit.
And dude, Lonzo wouldn't be that bad of a fit on the Timberwolves. If I guess the only problem is no, you're on the Timberwolves roster right now without D'Lo. I'd rather have Lonzo than Ricky. But I guess when we have D'Lo, I always forget about D'Lo. So never mind. That wouldn't be that good of a fit.
I mean,
What about-
Montrezl Harrell's on a player option too.
No,
I mean,
I
he's
hate
getting
Montrezl
paid.
Harrell.
Getting paid, I think, 9 right now.
He's so annoying, dude.
All right, so this was a preseason we wanted. Paul Millsaps going to be a free agent again this year. Do we give him a 1-year contract?
Lost you there for a second.
Did you lose me?
Just for a second, yeah. I think you're back.
So I was saying Paul Millsap. Paul
Dude,
Millsap's a great option. Good defender still. Outside shooter.
Veteran.
We could veteran Lowry Markkanen.
Yeah, we
Bring
had
him back.
Bring him back. Bring back
Had him on draft night.
Bring him back to the chosen land, man. I would love to. Yeah,
because he's a restricted free agent. So I mean, Rashawn Holmes, guys, this is actually a pretty good power forward market right now. I think we just need to sign a 1-year vet and then let Jaden learn from him for a year, and then Jaden's 3rd year, I think he starts.
Well, so scenario
I like Ibaka a lot.
The one scenario we haven't really covered is if Jaden McDaniels accepts your liftoff, and if he loses to you. Well, what's his value on the Timberwolves? Do they have to release him to free agency then?
I might have to go easy on him just to.
You might have to. That's what I'm saying.
Just to keep his confidence high. I can't outlift the.
Yeah, just to
not that I'm saying that I could outlift Jaden McDaniels.
No, he is saying.
I don't know if I could or not.
No, so let's go into the story a little bit more for people, because if they see that tweet or that video, they're probably like,
yeah. So
I'm losing you a little bit.
2 days ago, I'm just.
1 second. Let the connection catch back up. Sorry. Do some. I think so. I think you're good now. Yeah, you're good.
All right. So 2 days ago, I'm just shooting the shit with some of my college roommates, right? And I'm like, hey guys, like, do you think I could outlift Jaden McDaniels? Like, I think he's the skinniest possible NBA player ever created. Like, he's skinnier than rookie KD. I think I could outlift him. And it was just a hypothetical question. So then I called Peyton later, and we were just talking about like what we're gonna do for the next Timberwolves talk. And I think he overheard like me and Andrew talking about it. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna publicize this and get you in a liftoff with Jaden McDaniels."
No,
so you guys can blame Peyton on
No,
making this such a
that's
big
just
thing.
not even a truth. That is not how it happened. Chris called me and says, "Do you think I
Yeah,
could beat
that
Jaden McDaniels in a liftoff?" And I said, "Not a chance." And then,
hypothetical.
no, and then he was like, "No, I could." And then he gave up. I'm like, "All right, let's see if Jaden McDaniels will do a liftoff with you, and then maybe you can beat him." So he tweeted that out, and then I edited some funny video together, and then we wanted to see if it would hit, and it
Here
did
we
not
are.
hit. I think two people tagged him on the tweet, so he didn't have that big of a chance of seeing it. But realistically, if you're Jaden McDaniels, there's no way you do the liftoff.
No, like if you're an NBA player, you do not even like
You don't even
the small chance you lose. The small chance you lose, like, is not worth it. Like, there's no public.
even if you
It's
win,
all gain for me.
even if you
There's
win,
no, yeah, there's no gain.
everyone's like, "All right, you should win."
You're a professional athlete, yeah.
Yeah, but like
So I don't know.
we just,
That'd be fun if that happened, I guess.
I guess we didn't mean it in any disrespect towards Jaden. It was kind of a funny joke, like a parody almost.
No, it was a great tweet. I was praising him. I gave him a lot of respect on Twitter last night too.
Yeah,
Locking Luca up.
of course. And like,
We
yeah,
love
so
Jaden McDaniels.
we love. He's probably our favorite. He's probably my third favorite
Guys.
player.
If you guys were true fans back when the draft process was starting, I told you guys he was who I wanted with the 17th pick. And we got him at what, 29, 30?
Yep, around
Perfect.
there.
Or
So
28.
yeah,
I think 28.
I mean, yeah. What a nice little quick Timberwolves talk today. There's not too much, so we don't want to bore you guys with the 40-minute one. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out our 1v1 video below. Go tag Jade McDaniels on that tweet at Basshole Media on Twitter. And you know what? Have a great weekend. Let's hope the Wolves can string together a little win streak here, right?
Yeah, let's freaking do it, right? Let's beat the Rockets twice. We haven't gone 2-0 since the beginning of the season.
No, we always say this. We always say this at the end of Timberwolves talks. This is the win streak. But I think you guys are going to hear from us next week, and it's going to be a win streak that the Timberwolves are on. I think this is the time. I think it is it.
I think so.
So yeah, I tried not to touch my mic as much for the Francois, the guy from France. Tried not to touch it as much. I think I only touched it like 3 times. So we listen to you guys in the comments. Just know that. So also, yeah, leave your comment below if you want to be featured in the next video. Tomorrow we should be having a quiz come out. Kieran from the comment section sent us a little quiz. Chris and I did it. So yeah, check that out to see who did better. And yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys later.